I regret staying silent. Jin reveals the truth behind Jungkook's drastic change the moment Jin uttered, "I regret staying silent." The atmosphere around BTS discussions shifted instantly. Why would the group's eldest member choose such pointed language? And why now, at a time when fans have been scrutinizing Jungkook's recent shift in demeanor more intensely than ever? The question echoes across fandom spaces. Is Jin hinting at a deeper truth, or are fans reading meaning into a moment that was never meant to carry this weight? What remains undeniable is this: Jin's short statement, captured in a brief, unscripted exchange during an overseas appearance, sent shockwaves across social media. Was he referring to internal struggles? To personal concerns? Or merely responding to a general question in an emotional moment? With no official clarification, the vacuum of information allowed speculation to explode. For years, fans have noticed that Jungkook's energy has evolved. Once expressive and emotionally transparent, he has recently appeared more reserved, more cautious, and less willing to reveal his state of mind publicly. But does this truly indicate a drastic change, or is it simply the natural result of maturation, artistic pressure, and an unforgiving global spotlight? No one can say for certain. Yet, online discussions often treat uncertainty as fuel, not restraint. This is why Jin's remark, even delivered without explicit context, became a lightning rod. Some fans interpreted it as an indirect acknowledgement that he had observed Jungkook's struggles, but felt powerless or unwilling to comment earlier. Others believed the moment was being exaggerated, recycled, and distorted across platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, where emotional narratives tend to spread faster than verified information. But would Jin ever intentionally expose private matters? Or was his statement referring to something far less dramatic, perhaps even unrelated to Jungkook? Again, without confirmation, every interpretation remains guesswork. And yet, speculation thrives where certainty is absent. In the days following the viral clip, thousands of posts resurfaced old interactions, analyzing Jungkook's tone, expressions, and body language with microscopic intensity. A hesitant smile became evidence. A long pause became a clue. A quiet moment turned into a symbol of hidden turmoil. But are these analyses meaningful, or simply projections shaped by the desire to find a narrative? How much of what fans believe is grounded in fact, and how much is shaped by editing, assumptions, or the emotional gravity of the moment? The most provocative discussions revolve around questions of pressure, expectation, and identity. Issues that every public figure faces, but rarely addresses openly. Did Jin's statement imply he witnessed Jungkook struggle under these burdens? Or was the internet simply eager to build a sensational storyline around a vague sentence? Even more critically, is this entire conversation the result of viral amplification rather than genuine disclosure? The platforms that spread the clip, TikTok edits, YouTube commentary videos, reposted fan translations, are notorious for shaping narratives without full context. Should audiences trust these fragments? Or should they remain skeptical until concrete information surfaces? Fans on both sides express fierce emotions. Some insist Jin's words reveal a deeper truth finally breaking through years of silence. Others argue the narrative is spiraling into hoax territory, fueled by sensationalism rather than evidence. The tension lies not in what Jin actually said, but in what audiences want the statement to mean. As more people revisit past clips, reinterpret old interviews, and dissect subtle interactions, Jungkook himself remains silent. But is his silence meaningful, or simply the normal boundary an artist chooses to maintain? Is the fandom protecting him, projecting onto him, or unintentionally overwhelming him with expectations? These questions matter because the line between genuine concern and speculative mythology is thin and dangerously easy to cross. So we ask you, the reader, do you believe this moment reflects real internal conflict, or is it merely a narrative constructed by social media? Are these claims rooted in truth, or shaped by selective editing, emotional bias, and viral algorithms? Is this journalism? Or is it fandom sensationalism masquerading as fact? Remember, the material circulating online comes from various platforms, often without verification. Before accepting any narrative, it is essential to step back, Think critically and question whether the story presented reflects reality or simply the illusion of truth shaped by digital noise. In the end, Jin's words remain powerful, but their meaning remains unconfirmed. The only certainty is this: the silence surrounding Jungkook is now louder than ever. Whether it signals something deeper or simply the echo chamber of online speculation is a question only time and official clarification can answer. As Jin's brief but emotionally loaded statement continued to spread across social media, something fascinating and equally concerning began to unfold. Fans weren't just reacting, they were constructing entire narratives. But before we accept any of these narratives as truth, we must pause and ask, are we uncovering reality or simply amplifying a story created by the echo chamber of the internet? Consider how quickly a single sentence, only 5 words, spiraled into a global discussion. Does this reflect an underlying truth waiting to be exposed, or is it proof of how desperately audiences want a mystery to solve? And more importantly, why are we so eager to believe that something is wrong behind the scenes, even without solid evidence? Every platform, from TikTok to YouTube commentary channels to Twitter threads, magnifies the moment differently. Some creators frame Jin's remark as a heartfelt confession about Jungkook's emotional journey. Others turn it into a conspiracy theory, suggesting hidden tensions or internal conflicts. But how many of these interpretations are grounded in verified information? How many are shaped by edits, dramatic music, selective captions, or assumptions disguised as analysis? This is where the real question begins. Do we believe these interpretations because they are true or because they are compelling? Fans continue to revisit old videos, dissect body language, and connect dots that might not ever have been intended to connect. Yet, each new discovery raises another critical question. Are we uncovering hidden meaning or inventing it? In a digital world where silence is often treated as evidence of guilt, how do we distinguish between a lack of information and meaningful omission? Jin's statement, however emotional, was not accompanied by any detailed explanation. Nothing about it identified Jungkook directly. Nothing confirmed internal issues. Yet the narrative grew legs, arms, and an entire imaginary skeleton within hours. Does this not reflect more about our need for sensationalism than the situation itself? Ask yourself, if a clip lacks context, should it really be treated as truth? And if multiple platforms recycle the same content, does repetition make it more accurate or simply more familiar? The speed at which speculation spreads exposes something deeper, a collective vulnerability to emotionally charged content. When fans care deeply about their idols, even the smallest gesture can feel like a secret message. But should emotional investment override critical thinking? Let's confront an uncomfortable possibility. Could some of the circulating narratives be carefully edited to generate views, engagement, and profit for content creators rather than to convey truth? If so, who benefits from the confusion? And who becomes the unintentional victim of misinterpretation? Even more provocative is the question of responsibility. When a story grows beyond its original context, who is accountable for the consequences? The fans who believe and share it? The creators who package it dramatically? Or the platforms that allow speculation to go viral without verification?